We are multiplying with fractional coefficients. So a number in front of the letter is a fraction, and we're doing some multiply here. So express the product. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So all that means is we're multiplying these 4/3 x plus 1 and 1/5 x plus 3/2 as a trinomial. That just means 3 parts. So it has 3 parts when we've multiplied it, and then we just want to make sure it's in its simplest form. All right, so usually when we do these, the easiest way is the box method or the generic rectangle. So let's go ahead and do that. Binomial means every one of these has to multiply to every other one. So that 4/3 x is multiplying to this one, 4/3 x is times that one, 1 times here, and 1 times the other one. All right, but like I said, the generic rectangle works a lot better for this. So 4/3 x plus 1 and 1/5 x plus 3/2. Okay, so it's important to kind of remember when we multiply fractions, we multiply straight across. So when I multiply 4/3 x times 1/5 x, that's going to be 4 times 1 is 4 on top. 3 times 5 is 15. X times x is x squared. 1/5 x times 1, well, that's easy. It's 1/5 x. 3/2 times 4/3 x, well, same thing. The top multiplies to the top, the bottom multiplies to the bottom. So 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6. And we still have that x there. 3/2 times 1 is 3/2. All right, now usually these parts combine, so let's do some side work. And our side work here is we are adding 12 over 6x and 1 over 5x. All right, so right away, let's go ahead and just simplify this so it's a little bit easier. So 6 goes into 12 twice. All right, and we want to have a common denominator, so I'll make that 2 over 1, multiply top and bottom by 5. Those dots don't want to stay there. So it's just multiplying straight across right here. Sorry about the technical difficulties. So 5 times 2 is going to be 10 over 5, and those are x's. And we got 1 over 5 x's. That turns into, it has that same bottom number, same type of term, or same type of value here, or x. My old teacher mentor used to call it a last name. It has that same last name. And 10 plus 1 is 11. All right, so all of this looks like it's all been simplified already. And notice right here that when we look at this, the original problem had 4/3 in it. So that means it's an improper fraction. So we always give them what they gave us. So we wouldn't want to make mixed numbers here. We want to keep it as an improper fraction. And usually that's our general rule. The higher up in math we go, improper fractions are better. So all of this turns into, so this was just our side work, right? This is what the middle two numbers turn into. So these two right here turn into 11 over 5x. So what's first? Leading exponent is 4/15 x squared. Then the x's, that's an 11 over 5x. And our last constant is 3 over 2. And like I said, you don't want to make mixed numbers here because theirs are improper also. So that should be everything. 4 divided by 15x squared plus 11 divided by 5x plus 3 divided by 2. And everything looks good. Got it. And they did it that initial way where I showed you about the distribution. and that's fine. They're distributing and combining like terms. Everything's exactly the same as we have. I would just recommend doing the generic rectangle. It's a little easier that way. Let's see if the next one's any different. All right, and very similar. Everything looks about the same, so same process here.